Good morning, folks. It's a Johnny Brown Pigskin Prophet on a Sunday, snowy Sunday. Johnny Brown Pigskin Prophet Show. Week 15, December 14th, 2025. All right, folks, let's talk about last week, this week, everything about football. Last week, I was 6-2, which is really good on the weekend. I was very happy. 2 games I thought were locks, lost. Every week it's like that. And Thursday night, I lost. I had the Bucks minus 4.5. They had a 14-point lead going in the beginning of the 14th quarter, and they blew. It was like watching wrestling, WWE wrestling. I don't know. Baker Mayfield throws that interception. The guy's right there. I know he could have got it over there, but I don't know. It was pretty plain and simple. The guy, he threw it right to the guy. So what are you going to do? You win some, you lose some. That's why I bet $5, so I don't cry about it. Got my Nick Mangold jersey on today. I don't usually talk about my clothes. I had this in the closet, didn't realize it. God bless Nick Mango. Rest in peace, my man. God bless. Merry Christmas and God bless Nick Mango's family. Great center. When I was going to the Jet games, he was the number one center at the end of the time I went to the Jet games. He was the number one center in football. Center's such an important position in football. He's like the second quarterback on that offense. So let's get down to the brass tacks. Yes, it's the brass tacks. Let's get down to the brass tacks and talk about football for this week. My record overall, including Thursday night, was very unfortunate. I bet at the last minute. I took Tampa Bay minus 4.5, as after said. And I'm 72-48-1, means I'm 24 games over 500. With parlays and stuff, I'm up about $150. So if you're betting with me, you're winning. You're betting against me, you're losing. But let's get down to the brass tacks. Brass tacks? It's brass tacks, I'm telling you. Let's get down to the brass tacks and talk about this week's football games. All right. First off, I got the Chargers +6 at Kansas City. Everybody's biased with Kansas City. This guy, Nick Costas, that I listen to all the time. Kansas City this, Kansas City that. Every week he bets on them and they lose. I like the Chargers. I got them +6 at Kansas City. I like the spread. I'm not sure if they're going to win the game, but I'll take the Chargers +6 in Herbert. Hope that hand holds up today. I got the Vikings +6 at the Dallas. I like the Vikes. I don't think Dallas is going to be able to stop the Vikes. I think the Vikes are going to be able to stop Dallas. I'm going with the Vikes with the 6 points. Don't know if they'll win the game, but I'll take the 6 points. I got the Lions at the Rams, 6 points. 2 good teams playing each other. Probably the game of the day. I'm not going to say they're great. A great team wins the Super Bowl. They're good teams. But I like the Lions at the Rams. The over on that game is 55. I might bet that. I'm not sure. They might be going back and forth. Or you never know. They might not be going back and forth. That's what's great about betting. I like Denver at home, +2.5 versus the Packers. I don't know. Denver's a boring team, but they win every week. Every week they win. I like Denver at home. I'm getting a 2.5. I like hometown underdogs. Packers, although they're 9-3 or something like that, or 10-3, I'm very skeptical about them. They're up and down. They're up and down like an elevator every week. So you don't know. That's why I'm taking Denver plus the 2.5. They're probably going to win out as the best team in the AFC, them or the Patriots. Who knows? I got the Bengals at home versus the Ravens. I'm getting +3. Once again, I'm going with Joe Burrow, even though he said this week I couldn't give 2 shits about football. But he didn't really say that. What he said was, it's a hassle with all this stuff going on, the outside stuff. I love Joe Burrow. Joe, stay in football. You're one of the best quarterbacks out there. I'm going with the Bengals +3 at home. Hometown underdogs with the Ravens. I tell you, Lamar Jackson don't look good out there. I think he's still injured. A lot of people say that. He's playing through injuries. The guy's a tough guy. Wish the Jets would have drafted him. He was the last pick on the first round, Lamar Jackson. Unbelievable. Those Jets, they can't pick for nothing. I tell you, I'm very upset with the Jets, as you probably could tell. I got the Patriots at home +1.5 with Buffalo. Another great game. Another good game. I'm not going to say great game. Great game is great game. But I like Buffalo. I don't like Buffalo. I like the Patriots. I'm getting a 1.5 at home. Again, I'm taking the hometown underdog. Patriots are, what are they, 10-2, 11-2? Something crazy. Like this guy Vrabel. We should have hired him with the Jets. What are we doing? We keep hiring assistant coaches. We got to start hiring head coaches. Hire a head coach. You need somebody who knows what they're doing. You can't keep bringing in assistants and giving them a grace period to get better. Forget about it. Bring back Rex Ryan. That's what I say. Bring back Rex Ryan. All right, we haven't been in the playoffs for 15 years, folks. That's a long time. I like the Steelers, -3 at home. Betting a lot of hometown underdogs versus the Dolphins. I think that there was a mirage last week with the Dolphins. I really do think it was a mirage. So I'm taking the Steelers. And last but not least, on the regular bets, I got the Cardinals today plus 10.5. It was 9.5 earlier in the week. They're playing the Texans. Texans are great. Their defense is unbelievable, but they don't score that many points. And I like the Cards. They keep things close. As you know, I like the Cards and the Commanders. A lot of people are not playing for the Cards, but I like the Cards today. That kid Wilson, the receiver on there, is unbelievable. And that guy Bonet is not bad. So I'm taking the 10.5. They're at the Texans. I'm going with the Cards. That's what happens in football. A team starts getting a little hot. They start overrating them. And I love the Texans. Believe me, they're really good. But 10.5 points, that's a lot of points to give up. Never mind about that. Last bet, but not least, I got a teaser. Yeah. Teaser bet, 7.5 point teaser bet. I got Chicago pick 'em. They're favored by 7.5. I got to pick 'em because there's 7.5. I get with the teaser versus the Browns at home. And I got Seattle at home minus 6.5 instead of 13.5. I might even bet that game on an alternate spread. Like, I think Seattle's going to kill the Colts today. Phillip Rivers coming back out of retirement. The guy was sitting on his sofa watching TV, and he's coming out of retirement. Well, that's it for my bets today. I want to give a shout-out to my nephew, Mike Alicia, and his son, Cameron, his wife, Lara, and the kids, Callie and Mia. I love you all. Can't wait to see you on Christmas. You guys are the best. I want to say, have a nice day, everybody. All the best on your bets. And remember one thing. This broadcast is brought to you by Johnny Brown Enterprise. Any rebroadcast or anything like that is strictly prohibited by law. Have a nice day. All the best with your bets, and Merry Christmas. I got to go shovel snow before the game starts. It's unbelievable.